Ladies and gentlemen, Hex community of all ages, hey, Jake Freedom here, coming to you live from YouTube for a Hex deck tech. We haven't done one of these in a while, so I figured it was time to do one. And this deck here I'm working with. It's interesting. You know, I don't know how did I stumble. I didn't really stumble upon it. I was just kind of looking through some cards. I'm like, hey, you know what? This might work. And it resembles the Tarantula deck, but it's not as fast. But I think it has potential. So the key cards in the deck are Blessing the Fallen and Lady Shimmer. So if you're not familiar with what Blessing the Fallen is, it's a constant. It says troops you control are inspired by troops with Inspire in your graveyard as though they were in play. And Lady Shimmer, hers card text reads, when Lady Shimmer enters play, create an echo of Lady Shimmer for each time she was inspired and put them into play. So just based on that there, you can, easily get out 4, 5, or 6 of these by the time you get her down. Granted, she is 8, she is a little expensive, but it's well worth it once you get her down. On top of that, a bonus would be if you have this card. Whether or not it's on the field or in your graveyard does not matter. It will then bury 10 cards for each echo. Well, Lady Shimmer will count too, so it'll bury 10 cards from her and then 10 cards for every echo that it creates. So that's the idea behind the deck anyway. So let's just go through the deck, see what we got. So it's obviously a Sapphire Diamond deck. We're running 11 of each, and we have 4 Shard of Purpose here. Then we have 3 Cerulean Mirror Knights. Things are going to be dying. We want things to die. Well, we don't really want things to die, but things are going to die and go into the graveyard, so why not draw a card off of that? Plus, he's cheap. Then we have Highlands Magus, and this one here just gets random Inspire Troop. Maybe you could replace this with something, but I figured, hey, you know what, it's an Inspire. Granted, it's random, so it's not going to be consistent, but again, we're not really too focused on what Inspire ability that it has when it comes to Lady Shimmer. We just want an Inspire ability to be triggered on that card there. So that one could be toyed around with. We have 4 Buccaneers in the deck just for some control to push things back. That's really the only control we have outside of Countermagic, so maybe you could maybe do a little bit more with that. And obviously we have 4 Blessing the Fallens. 4 of them because it's kind of an important card to get down. Hopefully you draw it early, but they don't stack, so putting more than 1 out is not going to have any benefit, I don't think. Maybe they would stack. I haven't tried to stack them yet, so maybe they would. Maybe that trigger or that inspired ability would trigger twice. It might, but on most of the times, it doesn't really matter because you're going to get life drain from maybe one of your troops, and that's not going to stack, obviously. But maybe it would actually stack when it comes to creating the echoes, since it'll be inspired twice per card. It's possible. I haven't actually come across that situation yet, so maybe it would. Then we have 4 Princess Victorias. Again, she's an Inspire card, and if she's in your opening hand, she's going to inspire anything because she's going to be 0. The only unfortunate part about her, she is unique, which isn't all that bad. But you can only have one of her out on the field at a time, obviously. So, but again, she is a cheap troop to get out there. Most of the time, she comes out as 0 since we do have 4, but if you draw her late, she's kind of weak, late game. But then we have Cerulean Mentalist. We have 4 of these. It's just another Inspire card, and when you get damage through, you can draw a card. What else do we have? We have 4 Countermagics, and then instead we have the Azurefate Sorceress. She has the gem that you're able to play her on your opponent's end step if you want to, and then also it has the gem when this enters play. Bury the cards equal to its power and toughness, so we can get that effect off the echoes when they do come out. Then we just have 2 Angel of Dawns, in case the game goes long, maybe, or not long, but mid-game. Hopefully we can draw one of these and just put it into play. And then, of course, the Lady Shimmer. Shimmers, I want to say, for some reason I want to say Shimmerer, but it's Shimmer, I think. So then the champion I have selected is One Eye Open, and its abilities are for 3 charges, ready each troop you control. Now, I've played around with some other troops, and there's the one to give a target troop -1 attack. Played around with that one. The other ones just really, they didn't seem like they fit well. The one that'll give you an Oracle Song after 7 charges, maybe, but again, that one just didn't feel right. This ready each troop you control feels pretty good, because you can maybe swing in and then just ready your troops again for, you know, to be able to block, maybe die, to then get in the graveyard for Blessing the Fallen. You know, this troop just has felt the best so far. There's no reserve. I didn't put a sideboard together on this one here, because I said this is kind of a work in progress. I haven't actually played against anybody with this. I've just been doing a lot of testing. Well, not really a lot of testing, but just playing against the computer just to see how it draws out. So it does pretty good against the computer, but we all know the computer isn't really that great, and you know, the AI does dumb stuff, obviously. So that is what I've been working on this past couple of days. I just thought it was kind of interesting, because I wanted to see if there was another deck out there that was similar to the Tarantula deck that would just mill you for everything, you know, once you get it down. Granted, this one's going to be a lot slower, like I said. But even if you don't get the Sorceress out there, you still are going to have a crap ton of Echoes in play that are going to be inspired off of something else. So that maybe they'll all have Life Drain, or maybe they'll get some random ability from Highlands. You know, you never know. So I think all in all, it's, you know, if you can get there, that's the whole problem, though, is getting there. And it seems that our current meta in Constructed is pretty quick, and sometimes playing a card for 8 cost doesn't always happen. So that's the deck. I don't have a name for it. I just call it New Deck 1 because I didn't title it. So let me guys know what you think of this. I'm sure, like I said, I'm sure it needs some tweaking. I said it's not perfect. I know some things could be switched out of there. Maybe splash in another color for, I don't know, maybe splash in red for some burn, maybe, or something along those lines. You guys let me know. Let me know in the comments down below what you think. Maybe give me some ideas. Maybe try this out for yourself. You know, tweak it, play around with it, you know, whatever. So other than that, if you like the video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more of these videos, be sure to click subscribe down below, and we'll have another video for you soon.